pleasure to be here this evening to host the presentation of the 2018 Sedex Awards. We're delighted to see so many of you here to recognise and celebrate the important and sustainable work that Sedex members are involved in across a range of industries all over the world. Jonathan Ivor-Chapman, your CEO, has the honour of presenting the awards later this evening. There's a great deal of talk about values these days. Anyone who watches the BBC spoof W1A will know that the series evolves around a rather hapless character called Ian Fletcher, who is the head of BBC Values. I've just applied for a job called the Head of Change. The first responsibility would be to change the job title, I think. It's meant to be a spoof, but we all kind of watch it like this because it's really too close for comfort. Anyone who's written it really does know that it's just like that. But living up to a set of beliefs, however admirable, is easier said than done, as we know as we go through our own existential crises at the moment at W1A. Within the Sedex membership, I know that there are tens of thousands of people across the world who share common ethical ideals and who turn up every single day for work and try to uphold them. The Sedex Awards give members a chance to put their business in the spotlight and showcase continuous improvements that have made a positive impact to the supply chain, people, or movement. There are 4 award categories this year, one more than last year, each open to a different type of Sedex member. Most innovative new programme, best new programme implemented, that's the new one, best example of continuous improvement, and best collaborative effort. There we go. Sedex is indebted to these judges who had the unenviable task of deciding which of the many worthy entrants should reach the shortlist and then go on to win each category. The judges are Elaine Gardiner, Programme Manager at the Cambridge Institute for Sustainability Leadership, Mark Driscoll, Affiliate Director for Sustainable Nutrition with Forum for the Future, Jermaine Brooks of Transparency International, and Lise Moore, Europe, Middle East, Africa Regional Director of the International Labour Standards Group at the Walt Disney Company. They didn't have to do this, they stepped in and they did a fantastic job, so we're very grateful to them all. It is time for our first award of the evening. It is for the best example of continuous improvement. Buyers and buyer suppliers are eligible to enter this category. Examples are of how a positive impact has been made within the supply chain through a project or programme of continuous improvement. The shortlisted entrants are ADM Group UK. ADM is a global marketing services business partnering with leading consumer brands to support the execution of their marketing strategies globally. ADM supply chain solutions deliver competitive advantage and cost optimization whilst adhering to best-in-class CSR practices. ADM rigorously assess their suppliers, working closely with them to achieve 100% compliance. Co-op UK. Co-op's global supplier engagement programme seeks to work collaboratively to raise standards through providing a comprehensive range of capacity-building activities, building transparent supplier relations, measuring performance based on behaviours such as ownership, and supporting the creation of local supplier forums to drive sustainable change. And Mondelez, USA. In 2012, Mondelez International launched Cocoa Life, its holistic sustainability program backed by a $400 million investment and rooted in a vision of thriving and empowered cocoa communities as the necessary foundation to a sustainable cocoa supply chain. Jonathan will have the envelope, the golden envelope.
Right, okay, right. Apparently there's a drum roll. If you don't hear the drum roll, can we have one? Come on. I've got the drum roll, so without my glasses, I'm now going to tell you. Oh, it's the wrong, no, I'm joking, it's fine.
The winner is...
The best example of continuous improvement for A and AB members, I'm very proud to announce, are you ready for it? Mondelez.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's really a great honor. I mean, I had the pleasure of being part of the creation of this program. So it was, as you said, 2012. The company at that time just became Mondelez International. We had a traditional investment in cocoa, mostly through certified cocoa and coffee at that time. And we were looking at a great example in the company that came from the Cadbury part of the business, which had a huge investment in cocoa community. And then, to put it very simple, we kind of tried to look at how you could bring those worlds together, and that's a world that starts from the cocoa community and then build it up through our supply chain, and that's how Cocoa Life came about. The starting point is an investment in the cocoa communities. Those are the 400 million, but that's just a Kickstarter. And then the rest basically is making it happen through the supply chain. And that happens through partnership with civil society, with our suppliers. And what it is today, and we're still at the beginning of the journey, is that in 6 years we work with 1,000 cocoa community, more than 100,000 farmers that would have been unthinkable in our supply chain, and getting rewarded for the cocoa they produce. Again, this is just the beginning of the journey. It will change, it will evolve, and it's great to be recognized. Now, the big thank you is for those people on the ground who are making this program happen. Thank you very much.
Our next award is for Best Collaborative Effort. It's open to buyers and buyer-supplier members. We have examples of how a supplier has used collaboration or partnership with customers, suppliers, or other stakeholders to improve working conditions or to solve a responsible sourcing challenge. Shortlisted here, we have James Cropper, UK. James Cropper, along with UK retailer Selfridges and waste management expert Veolia, has worked to forge a supply chain whereby used coffee cups from Selfridges offices and stores are upcycled into its iconic yellow shopping bags in a completely unique closed-loop recycling solution. Kellogg, USA. Kellogg is nominated for its collaboration with Max Marketing. They've been an agency and supplier for the company since 2004. They continue to develop their operation and the manufacturing facilities they use to maintain high ethical practices, robust standards, and regular monitoring. And Total World Fresh UK. In March 2017, in collaboration with emerging leaders and Marks & Spencer, the Leadership for Life training programme was delivered for the workers at one of the first United Exports production sites in South Africa, Mbiza Berries. Let's ask Jonathan to announce the winner.
Give us a chance. Honestly. Thank you very much. Best collaborative effort, A, B, and B member. I'm really proud to announce this one. James Cropper.
Wow, thank you very much. This is a real honour for us, and we're incredibly proud to accept the award on behalf of James Cropper. We made an investment in a recycling plant around 5 years ago, and it is unique in that we can recycle cup material. We started to look at ways that we could take cups from the market, and we found a real struggle in terms of we've got a mill, and you drink your coffee and it would go to wherever it would end up. What we've been doing is working with Veolia and Selfridges is forge a partnership whereby there is a source of material from Veolia and Costa and McDonald's, and then an end market in terms of Selfridges who will buy that product. So we've generated something completely new, and yeah, we're very, very proud. Yeah.
These are examples of how an innovative supply chain monitoring, capacity building, or worker engagement program has helped support positive impact or continuous improvement within the supply chain. The shortlisted entrants are Globalised Campaign Welfare Society, India, providing guidance on social compliance and female safety for factories so they can improve their social performance over time. LabourLink, USA. LabourLink by Elevate is a mobile technology that establishes a two-way communication channel for workers to share their anonymous viewpoints in real time and for companies to receive unfiltered data directly from workers. This scalable approach of worker engagement enables companies to drive improvements and have greater visibility into supply chains. And wider, Netherlands and South Africa. Direct worker reporting via mobile for suppliers, buyers, auditors, and platforms interested in hearing directly from workers. Why do they do this? To better identify urgencies and measure improvements in working conditions along global supply chains. And how? Through front-loading support, triggering trust, demonstrating anonymity to workers and benefits to suppliers, and simple dashboards. Jonathan.
Excellent. I'm glad you're still working. That's good. Well done, team. That's what we like. Good drum roll. Wow, that's really good. So I'm really, really proud about this. Heather, where are you? Most innovative new program service providers, LabourLink.
First of all, thank you. LabourLink, as you know, is a mobile technology platform to engage workers and understand their perspectives in really solving our working conditions and global supply chain challenges. And what we're so proud of is the fact that this is an anonymous channel that really puts workers front and center. And this program that we had submitted for this award is specifically focused on the imminent challenge of forced labor. And together with our Elevate colleagues, which LabourLink was acquired by Elevate just this past summer, we're really trying to build a different community of practice where we're thinking not just around how to engage factory workers, but really following the journey of the worker throughout the value chain. And so in our forced labor work, we have been very grateful to have received some foundation and funding and partnership from the Partnership for Freedom and Humanity United to develop a toolkit to really look at both the community of origin, the community of workplace, and then also at the factory level. And we've done that with the ILO guidelines for hard to see, hard to count. And to date, we've actually used these tools in 50 different community and factory sites with really amazing partners like Target and Vodafone, as well as Amnesty International, to look at all of the different ways that we can bring worker voice to factory improvements and implementing buyers' code of conduct, to communities who can actually get better education and prevention and awareness messaging through the two-way dialogue that mobile technology promotes, and then even with advocacy organizations who can use technology to trace the way that migrant workers are leaving the country and coming back, and what type of advocacy needs to actually be instilled within their own governments to protect workers' rights. And so we're so grateful to Sedex for this award, and this is really just the beginning. For those of you who heard Aaron speak earlier today, we're extremely proud of the new partnership that we have to continue these efforts, particularly Malaysia, with the Responsible Business Alliance and with the support of the Walmart Foundation. So given these pressing issues and pressing times that we have, we just really want to continue the worker voice component of being a core way that we move 100% beyond compliance, but also really think about the responsible sourcing decisions, legislative pressures, and all the ways we can bring worker data into decision making for folks like all of you. So thank you very much.
We're already at our final award for tonight, and it's for the best new programme implemented. So this is the new award for this year. Entries are welcome from buyers, buyer suppliers, and suppliers. These are examples of how members at any stage of their responsible sourcing journey have successfully implemented a new programme. The shortlist for this category are Clas Ohlson, Sweden. Clas Ohlson works with QuizRR, a Swedish company, to build capacity and awareness in the supply chain. Innovative training solutions in workers' rights and responsibilities, health and safety and worker engagement contribute to long-term positive effects and strong inclusive relationships with strategic suppliers. Classic Fashion, Jordan. The Centre for Excellence in Garment Manufacturing has delivered technical skill development to 290 Jordanians, with 250 being employed in classic fashion and 40 others joining other factories. The target for the next year is to deliver training and gain employability for 3,000 more Jordanians by the end of 2019. And Janat Knitwear Limited, Bangladesh. The Female Supervisor Leadership Programme was initiated in 2014. It was designed to promote female line operators to the supervisor position, allowing the workforce to feel empowered and reducing female employee turnover.
You're trying to catch me out. I know, that's good. So, best new program implemented for A and A, B, and B members, Clas Ohlson. Just to say, the reason why my chairman has come up on stage, Stephen Easom, to my left, to take the award. Unfortunately, Clas Ohlson could not join us tonight. They were planning to come and send their apologies. So on behalf of the board and Sedex, I've asked Stephen to stand in. So please, we'll just do the award from here. So that's good. Stephen, well done.
They would, although Clas Ohlson can't be here, they really wanted to share their appreciation for receiving this award. As a new member of Sedex, it's an honour for Clas Ohlson to receive the award for our implementation of QuizRR training tool at suppliers in China. A little bit about us. We were established in 1918, a retailer specialising in hardware, home and leisure. And Clas Ohlson started to produce products from China in the 1960s. In 2008, 2 sourcing offices, including a CSR competence, were established in China. Today, 70% of the products they sell are manufactured by more than 600 suppliers in Asia. And that's why they felt that QuizRR was so important for the business. Clas Ohlson was the first company to join QuizRR in 2014, and we've been actively involved and supportive during the development and piloting of the tool. Up to date, Clas Ohlson suppliers have conducted over 9,000 training sessions in 26 participating factories. Over 4,000 workers have been trained in their rights, responsibilities in China, in areas such as workplace policies, fire and building safety, and workplace dialogue. Again, from Clas Ohlson, they're sorry they can't be here, but thank you very much for the recognition of our efforts and support for this initiative. Thank you.
That brings us to the end of the 4 awards, and congratulations to all of the winners tonight. It's been a pleasure to celebrate all of your achievements. That isn't quite it, though. I'm not going to be let off the hook this lightly. We've got to come back after dessert or pudding, whichever you choose to eat, for a short segment that probably could be loosely entitled, "It Should Never Happen to a Newsreader." I won't say any more. It's not my idea. I can only apologise. Enjoy your pudding.